Chapter 7, The Road Through Sudan. I met Sudan through Miss Ross. Most people knew Miss Ross as Honey. Honey and Honey had known me long enough to understand my weaknesses, my strengths, and my patterns. She knew that if I cared about a woman, I would invest in her, I would help her, I would look out for her. She also knew that Sudan was looking for something she hadn't quite found yet. One night, I stopped by Honey's house. There were people hanging out, smoking, drinking, doing what people do when they're trying to forget about tomorrow for a few hours. I came by to contribute to the party and enjoy the company. Nothing about that night felt especially important until I met her. Sudan wasn't loud. She wasn't trying to command attention. What caught my attention was something quieter. She seemed vulnerable, open, curious. There was a softness about her that made me want to know more. Before the night was over, we exchanged numbers. For the next few days, we talked on the phone. Nothing extraordinary, just conversations, questions, laughter, the kind of talks that slowly turn a stranger into someone you look forward to hearing from. A few days later, she caught an Uber to my house, and that was when I first saw it. Not attraction, not chemistry, admiration. And the way she looked around my home told me everything. She loved the house. She loved the stability. She loved the feeling of walking into a place that felt established and secure. I don't think she was impressed by my age. I don't think she was sitting there thinking about my life experience. She responded to what was simpler than that. She saw a life that felt stable, and stability was something she deeply admired. For a man who had spent years building his life one brick at a time, that feeling landed harder than I expected. I had spent much of my adult life working, providing, recovering from mistakes, building again. Most people benefited from those efforts. Sudan celebrated them. There's a difference. And there is a difference between being loved and being appreciated. Sudan appreciated me. She decorated for my birthday. She gave me Valentine's Day cards. She thanked me for things that other people often treated as ordinary. She made me feel seen, not just for what I provided, but for who I was. The last person I could remember celebrating me that way openly were my mother when I graduated and I got my first apartment. Years later, Sudan brought some of that feeling back. What surprised me most was how quickly she brought a different version of me, brought out a different version of me, a more confident version, a more social version, a happier version. We made TikToks together. We laughed constantly. She had good sense of humor. She wasn't afraid to be silly. A lot of people tolerate your interests. Asia participated in mine. That mattered more than I realized at the time. One of my favorite memories happened on an ordinary day. I bought her some clothes, some hair. Earlier, we had spent the day at the pool. We laughed, talked, and enjoyed each other's company without drama hanging over us. Later, she was getting ready for a holiday gathering. She could barely contain her excitement. She kept checking the mirror, kept smiling, kept asking if I was ready to see her. When she finally stepped out, she looked good and she knew it. But what made me happiest wasn't how she looked. It was how excited she was for me to see her. She wanted my reaction. She wanted my approval. She wanted me to know she appreciated what I had done for her. And in that moment, I realized something I wouldn't fully understand until years later. A person can feed a hunger inside you that you didn't even know existed. For me, that hunger wasn't sex, it wasn't attention, it wasn't validation, it was appreciation. And appreciation is a powerful thing, especially when you've spent years convincing yourself you don't need it. And that is the end of my chapter 7. Roll through Sudan. Well, yeah, it's your boy J Fat J Figgity and a Biggity. Or I should say on the giggity. God bless y'all. Tell somebody else God bless them. And that's the mustard seed movement. Peace out.